Magic lunges at Storm with her glowing sword, clashing directly against the possessed mutant's overwhelming power. Despite the intensity of the attack, Storm remains composed, her godly energy crackling around her as if unfazed. Meanwhile, Juggernaut, ever the brute force fighter, taunts Storm, insisting that if his attacks aren't working, it's only because he isn't hitting her hard enough. He hits Storm with everything he has, and it barely affects her. As the dust settles, Storm glares forward, her glowing eyes filled with cosmic fury, demanding to know if her challengers are finally finished. Next, we see that Quentin has been nailed to an X-shaped cross, a symbolic display of Xavier's dominance. Charles, standing below him, urges Quentin to surrender, insisting that their battle is no longer a contest but pure abuse. Bloodied but defiant, Quentin acknowledges that Xavier was right about his uncertainty in the past, but he always knew one thing: he never wanted to become like Charles. As he regains his composure, Quentin hints at a shift in the fight, suggesting that while he and Xavier might share chaos in common, he's ready to turn the tide. With a smirk and renewed confidence, he welcomes his attorney, signaling that he's far from beaten. Quentin reveals his secret weapon, a psychic trap he implanted in his own mind, designed for a moment just like this. As Xavier reels from the unexpected counterattack, Quentin calls it a family reunion check, and the real nightmare begins. Suddenly, Cassandra Nova emerges, addressing Charles as her brother before making her move. With eerie precision, she plunges her hands into the back of Xavier's head, overwhelming him with her power. As Charles struggles, he gasps in disbelief, realizing too late that Quentin has turned the tide by unleashing one of his greatest enemies against him. Psylocke charges forward, blade in hand, demanding that Storm, possessed by Eternity, end the chaos immediately or she will kill Maggot in his cocoon. However, rather than addressing Eternity, she speaks directly to Aurora Monroe, urging her to reclaim control of herself. She warns that Storm's reckless power has caused suffering and death, and it's time for her to take responsibility for her actions. She makes it clear that if Storm refuses, she will not hesitate to strike, even if it means killing her to save others. Storm, her eyes still glowing with cosmic energy, acknowledges Psylocke's words, but whether she will surrender control remains uncertain. Quentin's psychic assault forces Charles to knock off his own helmet, leaving him momentarily vulnerable. Seizing the opportunity, Beast swiftly places Magneto's helmet onto Xavier's head, cutting off his telepathic abilities. Before Charles can react, Beast delivers a tranquilizer injection, rendering him unconscious.